The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody, it's me, the Macho Savage. You're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. So say it, the Macho King.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the you Gandon Giants, come on. And that's my story.
Using mere words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is like using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Sluneva Sean, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday night, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the animal. One half of the world famous cake in the road warriors. Listen to them. If you know what's good for you, you'll listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking Radio?
Well, I got to say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch, because what you going to do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
This is the Vital Idol, and you're listening to Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10 on TrashTalkingRadio.com. And remember this. When the Vital Idol tells you, it's got to be true. And when it's on the internet, it's got to be real. It's Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10. I am the top of pop, the king of swing, the international rock star way above par, the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, the Vital Idol, Classy Mike Trash, and thank you very much.
It is Trash Talking Radio. It is Tuesday night. It is the best night of the week. And here we are once again on this great Tuesday night. And I see you're here, Doug.
I am here. I wasn't going to be, but I'm here because of the snow.
Yeah, snow can be a good thing.
Snow, ice, and cold kept me in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's definitely been cold here too. So it's in the well, we're at 18 degrees now, so it's a heat wave. We drove out. Well, we got back from New Jersey actually, right as it started snowing. It was like 2:30, or it was about 1:30 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was snowing. It didn't snow until we got here, so I'm happy about that. I didn't have any snow to go through this week. Last week I had to go through the snow, so this week it wasn't too bad. So, but we'll see how it goes. How much?
How much did you get? Yeah.
I'd say 6 to 8, which isn't bad. And my neighbor, I don't know what to do about this, because I guess I could ask you. So I have a neighbor that's in his 20s, and he's a nice kid. I just gave my Jeep to his ex-girlfriend. He's a really nice guy. I didn't need the Jeep. I needed to get it out of my house. Because it can't pass inspection, and I didn't want to sell. I didn't want to sell it. I just wanted to get rid of it. So I gave it to his ex-girlfriend, and so I hear this noise yesterday, and the noise was like there's somebody out there running a snowblower, and I looked out, and he was snowblowing my driveway, and he snowblowed the down to my garage, and he snowblowed out in the front of the house where Christine usually parks, and he made a little area for my garbage guy, and it was just unbelievable. And it's funny because I didn't know who did it last time, because last time I woke up and it was snowblowed, and I didn't know who did it, and I thought it might be him, but I mean that's kind of weird to come over and do somebody else's area. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just was really kind of surprised. And so, I go out there and I see it's all done and everything. And I guess I probably should do something for him because, he didn't have to do that. Usually when it snows, I just let it melt. I don't leave the house until I can get out.
Well, here in Cincinnati, it's $30 an hour. That's the going rate for someone to shovel.
Mm-hmm. Well, he has a nice snowblower. I was thinking of giving him $50. So that'll
Give him a gift certificate.
Yeah, something like that. Because I really didn't expect. I didn't expect that, and I'm really grateful that he did it, even though I didn't really need it done because, like I said, I don't usually leave the house when it's this like this. So I don't know. I just thought it was really cool that someone actually thought of me to do that. Someone that I only talk to occasionally. And I guess he sees me as an older man. I don't like to be thought of like that, but, but the bottom line is.
But he took care of your snow, so I guess you can handle it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I look at it like, when I used to work and I had to go, then I would stay out till hours of the night till I was out. But, now that I don't have to leave, I just figured if I have to wait till spring, I don't have to go anywhere except for Fridays. So, but I thought it was really nice of him to do that, and I think I should just, I got to do something for him, I guess.
Don't you get cabin fever?
No, not at all. I love being at home. And I have so many things I can do. And, I can never catch up. I'm never going to catch up because I've got a to-do list that's really long. Plus, I'm working on, I don't know how much I told you about what I'm doing with Flocked, but I have a mentor that I'm working with, and she's helping me get it ready to sell. And she's a manager, and she's going to help me sell it. So a lot of my time is spent doing that. Time is spent working on the show, of course. Time is spent looking at what we're going to do for the weekend, for the shows for the weekend. It's like I don't really have, I don't have the energy to go out there and do snow on top of all that stuff. So anyway, let's get this thing started. Well, let's see. Here we go. I guess I can put that down now. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I guess we'll just, since everything seems to be working, and I had to throw a graphic up on the last minute for the show because the thing I had up when I started the show, I hit too many tabs and I deleted the tab that I had the picture up on. Okay, so let's get started with. One nice thing about doing it this way too is it stays up here. I don't have to change the graphic, but for me to do what I want to do. I got to change the graphic now. There we go. All right. Let's just get the birthdays out of the way. Your favorite day, your favorite part of the show. You probably
my favorite part of the show.
There's there might be 1, 2. There might be 4 that you don't know. Might be 5. I don't know. All right, so I'll start with those guys. Did you ever watch American Ninja? The American Ninja thing?
No.
Okay. Well, this is the guy that is the host, Matt Eisman. He is the host that's been on. What in the world? What is this? I guess he's. What caught me off guard with that? Yeah. So he's the American Ninja guy. I don't expect you to know who he is, but he's one I figured you wouldn't know who he was. But I watch American Ninja Warrior. I like it. I think it's a cool show.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm going to guess 55.
You got it right on the nose. See, you got really good at this. This next one you might or might not know, Richard Dean Anderson. He was MacGyver.
$65.
Believe it or not, 76. And but I think MacGyver was on. I'm going to say MacGyver was probably on in maybe the 90s, at least in the 80s or the 80s. But I think it was probably the 90s. I never watched that show, so I'm not really sure. Next one is Bridget Fonda. Her father is Henry Fonda. No, her paternal grandfather's Henry Fonda. Peter Fonda, I think, is her father.
I'm going to say 60.
She is 62. That's good. You got it. This one here, I'm not sure you're going to know this one, but he's been in a lot of bit roles. His name is Patton Oswalt. He was in the what was the Roseanne show after she was kicked off. He was on there regularly.
Oh.
I forget when they kicked her off, they changed the name. Anyway, he's had a lot of bit parts on a lot of different things. Have you ever seen him?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of. Face looks a little familiar, but I can't place him. Let's see. I see his picture down here. He's probably 52.
Oh, good. 57. That's good. You got that one, too. Those are the ones I didn't think you would know. I don't know if you're going to know this guy or not. James Murray. He's one of the Impractical Jokers. It's him, not this guy down here. These are him.
Okay, I'm going to say 45.
He is 40. No, he is 51. He turned 51. Okay, so I got that. We did Bridget. Oh, can't forget her. Ellen DeGeneres.
I think she's about 71.
Believe it or not, she's between you and I. And me, not I.
$68.
Yep, there you go. You still would have had it either way because you got the 5-point give or take. Okay. The next 3, you're going to know the people, but you're probably not going to know their age. I'll start with Guy Fieri. He's that guy that is on the Food Channel.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
He's got a new look, by the way. He's now this. He's got dark hair now. He dyed it for his birthday.
55.
He is, wow, he's 58. Now this one, I don't know if you remember her or not. She was in Beetlejuice, and she was in a whole bunch of stuff for a while. Gina Davis. I used to be in love with that girl.
All her pictures look young, but I doubt she's as young as these pictures are showing.
You're correct. She is not as young as the pictures. I'm sure. I would say that she is more like. Yeah, I don't know that she looks like any of the. I don't know what she looks like now, but if she looks like this, oh, Steve Stoner. Hopefully, we'll have practice Sunday. That'd be nice. Christine and who else do we got? My sister doesn't appear to be there, but okay. Anyway, yeah, I don't. Let's see if we have any older pictures of her. I would say maybe this one would be what she looks. She looks good though. I mean, even if these are her, if these are current, if any of these are current, she's really aged well. That's a hint. I'll give you another hint.
Well,
she's
hard, yeah.
She's right around your age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 70. So.
That's it. You got it. And then lastly, but definitely not leastly, Linda Blair.
Linda Blair.
Remember The Exorcist?
Yes.
That gives you an idea how old she is. She was the little kid in The Exorcist.
Down to look here. 80.
She is 70.
70.
70.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I kind of was really surprised that I thought she was older than that. I really did. I thought because of her being in The Exorcist, I thought she was definitely older than that. But you did pretty good. I think you got pretty much everybody, I think. Well, I mean, other than her. Yeah, you did pretty good. All right, let's see. On to the next task. I came up with some ideas for our bingo card too, but I don't have a whole lot of ideas. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow because I'm going to have some free time, I think, tomorrow, which is rare. But I thought we could use, like, here's one of the ideas I have. How about presidents of a country?
Okay.
I think that would be a good one. Like presidents of a country die. And I think that it could be any country and it could be any president. Because, I mean, with all the things that are going on right now, any country could easily lose their president. That would be a bingo square. And then I thought we could do musician, we could do a drummer or something in a musician for a popular band. It's got to be somebody that we know that we both know. So those are thoughts for possible.
Yeah.
That way it would be kind of like we're kind of like playing a death pool, but we don't even have to make it that. I even thought of a national building being destroyed or something. We'll call it disaster bingo. DB, disaster bingo. So anyway, that was some of the ideas I had. All right. The slop is the latest word of the year, according to Merriam-Webster. So here we go. Slop. Merriam-Webster's human editors have chosen slop as the 2025 word of the year. We define slop as digital content of low quality that is produced usually in quantity that by means of artificial intelligence. Well, that eliminates my show anyway. We're lucky if we have any intelligence.
It's not artificial and it's no intelligence whatsoever.
Yeah, I was going to say, but in our show, there's no intelligence. There's we would have to reach for that. The flood of slop in 2025 include absurd videos, off-kilter advertising images, cheesy propaganda, fake news that looks pretty real, junky AI-written books, work slop reports that waste coworkers' time, and lots of talking cats. People found it annoying, and people ate it up. AI slop is everywhere. I'm glad I don't do AI slop. So.
Well, today I'm looking at Iran, and the slop was we've already bombed Iran.
Yeah.
And that's not true.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
if I went by YouTube, I think that we were at war.
Well, and the thing is, there's certain guys that their YouTube channel is just all. It's not even close. Like they'll show a picture of Stone Cold Steve Austin and say he killed somebody, and you're like, what? He didn't kill anybody. Why would you say that? And it just seems weird that and they put out every week every week that I look, every time I see their stuff, they put out complete lies. And I don't know why anybody would read it besides it's, but it's fake. I don't even want to read it because I think it's garbage. And I don't understand why people put that stuff out except to get hits. And
I follow this one content creator. It's Astronomy Today, Universe Today. And he complains all the time about the slop out there in astronomy.
Yeah.
And it's bad because AI just creates all this stuff and it's not accurate, not true.
Well, I read this. There's a good thing on YouTube, a guy called Visual Venture, and he puts on a lot of really, really cool content. And he talks about AI slop. He talks about all this stuff, but he really puts on some good programs, and he is very good at. Like he doesn't want to put out garbage, and you can tell because he puts a lot of time in his stuff. And he talks about some of the things he talks about is how much garbage a lot of people put out. So that's really, it's bizarre. But anyway, so that's the word of the year. I knew you were waiting for the word of the year. You just needed to know what was going to be the word of the year. And so there I now made your home. Oh, the Home Alone house, by the way, is where is it? Where's it at? It says the Home Alone house is behind the scenes. Okay, that's not what I wanted. That's kind of like a Christmas thing. I don't really need that. Well, we're here. Let's do it. Here's some fun facts about Home Alone House. It's one of the highest grossing live action comedies ever. It did $476 million at the box office. That's
how much?
$476 million for that comedy. And back then, $476 million is like $1 billion now. I mean, you're looking at a pretty big thing. It says it comes right behind Bruce Almighty in 2003, which had 484. It has The Hangover, did 484 in 2009. No, The Hangover in 2009 did 469 million. So that's pretty good because the Home Alone stuff that came out, I would think, in the early 90s. So that's pretty cool. What else did it say? It says it was born as a result of John Hughes' travel anxiety. I got travel anxiety. It says let's see. In 2015, Chicago collected an oral history of Home Alone with an intro by James Hughes, the son of the legendary writer John Hughes. Entity explains the film originated as a stray thought of his father's his father had during a family trip in Europe in 1989. He remembers his father thinking, what if one of the kids had been accidentally...
When it's time to make a change, we'll help you mix things up.
He wrote the first draft of the script in just 9 days, and I'll tell you what.
So your kitchen can keep up with the whole family.
Pretty crazy, because I mean, you figure I wrote a half-hour script, and it took me a month. So that's pretty good. Chris Columbus directed Home Alone instead of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's a fifth. The movie originally wasn't budgeted for fake snow. And Buzz's girlfriend is actually the art director's son. I don't know who Buzz is. Let's see. Chris Farley auditioned for the role of Santa Claus. I guess he didn't get that. Home Alone is just one of those many holiday movies set in Chicago. And Macaulay beat out 200 other kids for his role. He was definitely the perfect kid for that role.
Yes, he was.
I didn't like him, but I liked him in that role. It took me a while to like him. Now that he's grown up, I'm okay with him. Macaulay played with Stern's kids on the set. That's Daniel Stern. Daniel Stern was one of the bad guys. And all right, that's good enough. All right. So that's gone. Now I can get rid of that. All right. What do we got next? Instacart. Oh, Instacart ends a program where users could see different prices for the same items at the same store. So they had an issue. Instagram used to really, that was kind of screwy. If you used Instagram, you get a different price than if you went to the store and bought it. And that was kind of weird, and they got in trouble for that, I think. Instagram said it's Monday, December 22nd. That's how long they've been holding this. It's ending a program where some customers saw different prices for the same product ordered at the same time from the same store when using the delivery service. Program was meant to keep grocers and retailers, to help grocers and retailers learn more about what kinds of prices customers would pay for items. Similar to how stores offer different prices for the same products at different locations, but it raised alarms after a report from Consumer Reports and two other progressive advocacy groups. Groundwork Collaborative and More Perfect Union said Instacart offered nearly 3 out of every 4 grocery items to shoppers at multiple prices in an experiment. That would be a bad thing if that got out. I mean, I guess it got out because they changed it, but you can't be doing it that way. I mean, maybe you can give them a special price if they're picking. Well, I don't know. If they're going to buy something, you could give them a better price if they picked it up, and you could charge them a fee to deliver, but you can't have a different charge to get it. So the FTC was actually, Instacart settles with FTC over deceptive practices and still faces questions about pricing, another article. So kind of weird that they got away with that as long as they did. I could see that as being a serious issue. All right, let's see. Trying to get caught up on this stuff that I haven't really. We've run the time out on the show every week. We've had enough stuff to talk about that we didn't even do our fun stuff. We did just the news and stuff. And today, I think it's going to be the same because I got a lot of stuff, and I'm sure you got a lot of stuff. So, okay. What was that about? I don't remember what that is. Okay. We can do that later. I don't need that. Netflix. Oh, here we go again. You gotta hope this Netflix thing is over sooner or later. Netflix amends its $82.7 billion bid for Warner Brothers studio and streaming assets to an all-cash deal amid Paramount's hostile pursuit. So This is so crazy to think that this is still going on after. How many months has this been? This is like 3 or 4 months now that they've been doing this. But now now it's weird because Paramount still hasn't backed down. They really still want that. And I would imagine they oh man, I just can't imagine how bad they want that, but I can't imagine that being worth it to them. But they want to make sure.
Well,
Go ahead.
It's got to mean more to Paramount than it means to Netflix.
Yeah. But
because Netflix will make it whether they get Warner Brothers or not, but Paramount might not.
Yeah, one of the reasons is this other article I have here about Netflix. How many subscribers do you think Netflix has?
I have no idea.
You wouldn't. I mean, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. They got 325 million subscribers
worldwide.
That's just crazy. And there says Netflix shareholder letter summing up the final quarter of 2025 included one big surprise. The streamer says it crossed 325 million paid subscribers in the quarter. The streamer stopped sharing quarterly subscribers some time ago, though executives did say they'd update the public at pertinent intervals. This is the first one of those. I mean, they can't be disappointed about that. So, it says, where's it at here? This is our first one of those. Netflix instead focuses on KPIs, revenue, and income. To that, Netflix posted a quarter revenue of, ready for this, $12.157 billion. Oh, it didn't play. Oh, I wanted to. There we go. I got applause. Yay. Did you hear any of that?
I heard it.
That's dangerous.
Sounded like scratching on a blackboard.
It's dangerous that I figured out how to do this. Anyway, 12.157 billion. No wonder Paramount is doing their best to make sure they don't get that. Could you imagine what they're going to be once they have all that content to put on their own that they don't have to end up paying for? I mean,
Netflix is Amazon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Streaming.
Yes. They've been doing it longer than anyone else too. You figure when Netflix started, that was just when video stores were starting to close. They had DVDs. You go up to a machine, you put your money in, it pops out a DVD. You watch a DVD, you bring it back, and then they started mailing stuff to you. And that, they weren't really making money then. But then when everything went digital, that's when he started, and they were way ahead of everybody. I mean, Disney didn't have a streaming service. Nobody had streaming services. Peacock didn't have anything. They started the revolution. So I think it's interesting that this is paying off for them after all the work they did to be the first and basically the best at that. There's no doubt in my mind that they are the best at that. Hey, guess what? Guess who's on? Guess who's listening to us?
Who?
This girl named Kelly. Hello, Kelly. So anyway, it's really. She must have started. Oh, she started a while ago. I didn't look up there until just now because I'm reading stuff. Anyway, so to me, it's really interesting that they became the leader. I mean, and they weren't making money until they started making money when they had the Disney stuff, when they had the Avengers and all that stuff. But once Disney pulled all that stuff, and started their own streaming service, man, they were really sure they were going to go under. And I was sure they were going under, too. They started dumping money into a lot of unique entertainment, like a bunch of comedians that went out there and did these single shows and stuff. And then they started producing movies like Adam Sandler stuff. And really, they're the first ones to make money, and really big money. So they have the...
So who are you rooting for?
Netflix.
Yeah, me too.
I really think that they're the ones that know how to do it. And, I mean, they paid some really big money for some of the... I want to see R.I.P. That's, what's his name? Ben Affleck and his buddy. That's their movie, and that's going to be a good movie. So, I don't know. It's really... they make it exciting because it's not... You're not going to get... You're going to be able to see something that wasn't made on Netflix, but you're not going to see stuff that was made on Netflix on HBO. So that gives that exclusive content is really important to get people to subscribe. And honestly, channels are not winning anymore. Channels are not... I mean, last time I saw I watched a regular commercial television show was a long time ago, because everything I want is on streaming. So, and I'm sure I'm not alone on that. All the guys
I'm sick of regular TV.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm tired of commercials. I don't like commercials. And even HBO, when they play the playback of wrestling, when they play the live wrestling, they put commercials in there. It's like, well, what am I paying that big money for if you're going to make me watch commercials? So, I don't find that anybody else has the variety that you get on Netflix. So, I wasn't a big Netflix person until, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago, when I started seeing that they picked up all this, and I started looking to see, wow, they got a lot of stuff. And, I liked Netflix, but not to the point where I thought that it was worthwhile. When the big change was when Raw went to Netflix. When Raw went to Netflix, I became a Netflix person. And it was originally just for Raw, but now I watch, what do I watch more than Netflix? There's one other thing.
YouTube.
Yeah, that's sad, isn't it?
I have become addicted to YouTube. There's
so much content there, and it's so much, like, I can watch a 20-minute video rather than an hour TV show or something, So I think that that's kind of funny that I like that. I like to watch, and there's certain vendors or certain content creators I like. Like, I like that Visual Venture. That one is really, really good. I like, there's a couple of Tesla ones that I like. I wonder why, because I like Teslas.
I wonder why, yeah.
I feel bad for my car. My car is so dirty right now. It's just all the snow and stuff is like. And I went to wash it when I got home on Friday. Saturday night. I went out before I came home. I was going to go to the car wash. The car wash was closed. I didn't think about that because it's really cold outside, and they probably don't want to freeze the pipes. But that's the way life is sometimes. Anyway, all right, so we got that. Got that. All right. Why might you get a peanut butter style raise in 2026? Do you know what a peanut butter style raise is?
No.
I didn't know what it was either until I found this article, but basically a peanut butter style raise, it says your 2026 pay raise could be peanut butter style increase, with new research from compensation expert pay scale finding more than 4 in 10 companies are opting to give identical across the board hikes rather than merit-based raises. This year, 44% of the companies plan to rely on peanut butter approach, a method of evenly spreading pay hikes across the workforce. So that's what a peanut butter raise is. Instead of someone that, the sad part about that is it doesn't give you an incentive to be better. It gives you an incentive to be average. So I don't know. Oh, and if that Kelly, if you're saying president of Greenland, Trump, what we were doing with that is we were doing a bingo card, and we're coming up with little squares that you got to make. And I figured if we did a blanket president dies, and that could mean president of anything, any president of a country, it could be Puerto Rico, it doesn't matter. Then you get a point. And that point has to line up in a bingo style. We're making the card up. I'm trying to come up with ideas of weird things that we're going to do. We also have a Deadpool, and which your brother won last year. And the year before, I think I won. And, yeah. So, anyway, this is not a totally... I guess it's not really a totally...
We hope, Kelly, we hope people die that are on our card.
that are not on your card. That's right. You don't want your people to die because, it's not fair. Because you're all about saving people. Anyway, Taylor Swift becomes the youngest female songwriter in the Hall of Fame honoree. Others include Kiss's Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, and Christopher Tricky Stewart, I don't know who that is, who wrote Beyonce's Single Ladies, and Rihanna's Umbrella. So these are the youngest females in the Hall of Fame. Let's see here. Who else we got? I probably don't know any of them. Class of 2026. So this is that must be the ones I just mentioned were in that.
Is this the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I would guess it is because, no, it's probably not. Songwriters Hall of Fame. So musical icons, Walter, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Afasleef, Terry Britton, and Graham Lyle, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley of Kiss. Why would they be in the female Hall of Fame?
Maybe it's just the Songwriter Hall of Fame.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Yeah, that could be. It says here, the legendary songwriters credited with mega hits, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Hand in My Pocket, Rock and Roll All Night, What's Love Got to Do with It, Footloose, Single Ladies, and All Too Well, the 10-minute version, which is Taylor's version. The star-studded event is scheduled for Thursday, June 11th at the Marriott Marquis Hotel in New York City. It will not be open to the general public. Additional special award honorees will be announced soon. And the Songwriters Hall of Fame chairman, Nile Rodgers, now he's a guy that's been in the business forever. The music industry is built upon the incredible talent of songwriters who create unforgettable songs. Without their artistry, there would be no recorded music, concert experiences, or engaged fans. Everything originates from the song and its creator. So there you go. I guess this is the Songwriters Hall of Fame website that we're on. So there you go. Someday, I might even be on that. You never know. All right. Jeff Bezos backed Blue Origin to deploy 5,408 satellite internet network by late 2027. The service, called TerraWave, will compete with SpaceX's Starlink and Amazon's Leo. I didn't hear of Leo before. Jeff Bezos. Well, Bezos owns Amazon too, right? Well, that's weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Jeff, there it is. It's so he's going to make his own network called TerraWave. That could be interesting. I mean, that's really going to be
I tell you what, SpaceX has such a huge lead on him.
Yes, they do, and he's spent. I can't imagine. Like that's crazy thinking he's going to deploy 5,400 satellites into space.
You know, astronomers are very upset because those little babies come flying across the screen and they're taking pictures, and they get satellites in their pictures because there's so many of them now.
Wow. It says the company said it will provide data speeds of up to 6 terabytes per second from satellites positioned in low Earth orbit. I can't speak. Low Earth orbit and medium Earth orbit. Why can't I say orbit? Anyway, regions of space that are between 100 miles and 2,100 miles from the Earth's surface. Blue Origin says it expects to start deploying its constellation in the fourth quarter of 2027. And Bezos is entering an increasing crowded satellite internet market that's currently dominated by Starlink and operated by Elon Musk's SpaceX. Starlink has more than 9,000 satellites in orbit. Well, I guess that's more than what Bezos is putting in. 9,000. I didn't think he had that many. That's crazy. That's a lot of satellites. Wow. Well, we'll have a lot of satellites. Now we just got to have somebody to, actually maintain them. No, I guess you don't have to maintain them, do you? I guess they do their thing. Okay, next. I never watched this show. Did you ever watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Well, you can buy that house for out in, I guess, Bel-Air. For the first time in 48 years? Was it really? Was that was that from 48 years ago? Wow.
Wow.
Fictional Banks Mansion in Brentwood opened to Airbnb guests in 2020. So you could have actually stayed in that house. Oh, man. When I did Airbnbs, my houses didn't look quite that nice. I would imagine that was pretty expensive to stay in. Now, this is a story about how an iconic house in Brentwood might get a new owner. The Georgian colonial estate of 251 North Bristol Avenue appeared featured in exterior shots of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it's hitting the market this month for nearly $30 million. I'll write a check for it.
I bet you as an Airbnb, you and I couldn't afford it.
Oh, no, I don't think we could. Even if we got 10 of our best friends together, we still couldn't afford it. That's crazy. Wow. $30 million. I guess, here Judd Apatow sold his home next door for $27 million, so I guess that's not too overpriced. That's crazy. The home's currently being used as a filming location for an unnamed Netflix series. That's crazy. It says the Fresh Prince could stay in the mansion as part of the limited time Airbnb listing. The house was available for 5 one-night stays, but guests could only access one part of the property, including a recreation of Will Smith's bedroom, complete with 1990s decorations, a full bathroom, a pool with a lounge area, and dining room. The kitchen was off limits, but guests could receive meals served on silver platters. Doug, if you and I go...
considering how much Will Smith is probably worth, going back there would be slumming for him.
Well, the only thing is they never used the house in the show. They only used the exterior.
No, it was all set.
So
it was just the outside show.
That's kind of funny. And here it says, Fresh Prince Prince producer cashes out his Beverly Hills home for $17 million, and then oh man, stay at it. Oh wait a minute, this isn't bad. Stay at Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's mansion for $30 a night. I'd do that. Oh, that says New York.
Is that $30 million a night?
No, $30 a night. Let's go.
We could do that.
I could afford
that.
Yeah, man. That'd be cool. I paid more than that for a place in New Jersey when I did.
Is this Airbnb?
What's that? What's that?
Is this Airbnb?
Yeah, I would guess it is. I wouldn't think.
Well, I'm mad at them right now because they ripped us off.
Oh, why is that? How's that?
Well, it was a snow emergency. We had a level 3 snow emergency, and we couldn't travel the highway. So I canceled our trip, and they wouldn't give us our money back.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, they gave us part of it back.
Wow.
They wouldn't give the whole thing back. Wasn't our fault.
Well, they should have done something, worked something out with you on that.
Give us a credit for a future trip.
Right, something. Because, I mean, it's not like they're out any money. I mean, they would be out that money. But, I mean, it would be a goodwill thing to do anyway.
It's called mercy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
They showed none of it.
Yeah, well, those are the kind of people that you don't spend money on. It's sad. That's sad. All right, next. Let's see. Let's go on to.
Where did you find that picture at?
What, the picture of Salt Road?
Yeah.
It's actually on. That is Salt Road. That's right down this. That's the street that we practice on. I love that because when I saw it, I said I got to have that picture because I cut out all the background of that, and I'm going to use it in one of our promos. Yeah, that's
there you go.
That. It is actually Salt Road. We we practice about probably about maybe 1,000 feet from that sign, indoors, of course. So. All right, Phil Collins. Did you hear about Phil Collins?
No.
He's got a live-in nurse. He's in bad shape.
Yes, I did see that. I saw that picture.
Yeah, it's sad.
A live-in nurse.
I can't. You know, that's the weird thing. We don't want to see our heroes get old. I think it's sad. What a weird thing. I mean, I like Phil Collins, and I thought he was. He's only 74, too. I mean, he looks like he's a hard 74. He looks yeah.
Yes.
He has
That's being sick. That's what happens when you get sick.
Yeah. 74. Has been blighted by health woes in recent years. And revealed last summer that he was in the hospital. See, that's the thing that scares me is that when I get to that point, when your quality of life comes down to zero, oh man, I can't. I just. That's why I'm doing everything I can do now. I don't want to. When I can't do anything else, I don't want to have to regret that. That I didn't play or I didn't do the wrestling or whatever it was. The fact is that you got to do it while you can because there's going to be a point when I can't. I don't know when it's going to be, and but it scares me.
That's how I remember Phil Collins.
Yeah, that's the way you should. He doesn't even look the same. I mean, when you look at that.
No.
But, yeah, he's got some good songs. In fact, one of the bands I played in a couple years ago did what's the one song? Tonight? No, it's not Tonight. Well, one of the songs, we were doing one of his songs. It was a pretty good song. But, yeah, it says, but gears up to celebrate his 75th birthday at the end of the month. He said that there's life in the old dog yet. However, his life is very different now with a 24-hour live-in nurse after 5 knee surgeries and his kidneys also packing up. The Air, In the Air is the one we did. Yeah, the Hitmaker sat down with, let's see, he discussed his long career from Genesis to going solo, as well as his many health issues, including his well-documented battle with type 2 diabetes and complications from spinal surgery. See, that's one reason.
With diabetes, kidney problems are very common.
Yeah, yeah, and I would love to get my back fixed, but I have put it off for 20 years because, I'm just so afraid of, if they make one mistake there's no coming back from that. So that's one reason I never did it. He says he got COVID in the hospital. His kidneys started to back up. That everything that started, all seemed to converge at the same time. I had 5 operations on my knee now. I got a knee that works, and I can walk with assistance, And that's the thing. My knee is bad, too. And I would rather not deal with it. I mean, I had stem cell replacement on both of them. One of them it took, the other one was too far gone. So I'll probably eventually have to get that done.
That's wrestling, brother. You wrestled.
Yeah, well, at the time it didn't seem like that would be a problem. But now that I look...
there are football players that are in their late 40s and early 50s that can't walk.
Yep. Well, I can walk, but, I just can't do what I used to do. It sucks because I miss being able to work. But I'll take the announcer's job because being a commentator, you don't have people coming after you with a chair. So it's a little...
Well, I don't know. I've watched enough wrestling to see them coming after commentators with chairs.
Yeah, but I'm an owner. They're not going to come after me. Oh, man. We're having an all-woman show in I think the 7th of February.
All women.
Yep. Well, I think there's one male match, but the rest are women. And last weekend we had a Friday show and a Saturday show, which was actually pretty good. We didn't get to do the casket match, so now we're going to do that on the 21st. So one of the guys that was in the casket match got sick and he wasn't able to, do it. So we decided that we were going to wait on that one. All right, next thing. Emmy-winning actress fired as diet spokesman. Guess what she did?
Got heavy.
What's that? She gained weight.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Valerie Bertinelli. I still love her. Valerie.
Yeah, well, was every guy's heart for her.
Oh, she's awesome, and then her son, of course, is the new Eddie. So her son's really good player. He's got some good songs. So I'd like him to be my stepson. Anyway, she's doing good apparently, but she lost her job now. Sucks that happens, but you can't expect. I can't even. I guess I see it. I guess she's a little heavier, but she's.
She was very big at one time.
Was she? I didn't. Yeah. I guess
struggled. She has struggled her weight her whole adult life.
I guess
she loses it by severe dieting, and she probably hasn't helped her internal organs.
Yeah. Well, just putting it out there. Give me a call, Valerie. I'll help you get your career back on track.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, next. Tommy Lee Jones' daughter died recently, and says here, gut-wrenching new details in the tragic death of Tommy Lee Jones' troubled daughter, Victoria, revealed in court docs. So she was pregnant when she died, or 3 months before she was found dead in a hotel room. Newly unearthed records from the court appointment have revealed new details about her final tragic months before her death. I mean, I can't imagine. Well, Tommy Lee's got to be. He's got to be 70, right?
He's got to be 70, 75.
So his daughter would probably be in her 40s at least. But yeah, she apparently got into trouble and stuff. Oh, I'm wrong. 34. Well, I was close. October 1st, Victoria, 34, appeared in court alongside her lawyers to face misdemeanor charges of public intoxication and resisting a peace officer. In one filing, the court documented her pregnancy, writing, "Counsel is informed and does believe that Ms. Jones is pregnant." Victoria's body was found in San Francisco Fairmont Hotel just 3 months later, and a 911 dispatch audio indicates she may have suffered an overdose. That's sad. That's really sad. Yeah, I understand that. It sucks. I mean, the thing that I mean, because I've been lucky enough that I haven't had that addiction thing. I mean, I was addicted to food, so that's the closest I can understand. But that's really not easy for me to understand because the stuff I did was, not mind-altering. So I can't understand that kind of addiction. But I feel for him. Vanna White's in the news. Wheel of Fortune star Vanna White. She, this kind of amuses me. She's been with this guy forever. She's 68. She announced in the news in an Instagram post. Oh, what is opening? Don't open that. Don't open that. This thing opens things it shouldn't open. I should redo this whole thing, but I don't want to redo everything. It's so much a pain to redo things on this computer or on this program. I try to keep everything the same so I don't have to change things. Anyway, Instagram post featuring herself and new hubby John Donaldson, presumably taking the day of their wedding. Now, they've been together like forever. So, surprise, we got married, White wrote. John and I have been in love for more than a decade, and a little while back, we wanted to make it official in a private ceremony. You know what? For a woman, it's, what I say she is? 68. She don't look 68.
She does not look 68 at all.
Yeah. Jeez. She looks good. She looks good. White's longtime partner, Donaldson, according to People, is a real estate developer and owner of a construction company in California. The two reportedly met in 2012. White didn't indicate in her Instagram post exactly when she and Donaldson got married. But anyway, congratulations to her. It's crazy. Let's see what else we got here. Oscars nominations for Academy Awards were announced yesterday, led by Sinners with a record-breaking 16 nods. The 1930s set vampire epic, which grossed $368 million globally, is followed by One Battle After Another with 13. That's a lot of Academy Awards. They joined the Best Picture lineup that includes Frankenstein. I saw that. That's a good movie, really good movie. Begonia, and Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, Train Dreams, F1, Secret Agent. F1 was pretty good too. Let's see here. Oh, you're going to start doing this. You're going to drive me crazy with this. I just closed you. Stop it. I'm going to figure out what causes that to do that. Timmy Chalamet is one of the youngest men to have received 3 acting nods, while the actress nominees include 37-year-old Emma Stone in Begonia, the youngest woman with 7. Steven Spielberg, Hamnet, earned his 14th Best Picture nomination. And this marks the first recognition of casting directors. The ceremony's on March 15th on ABC and Hulu. So, yeah. I was thinking of checking that Sinners out. I don't know. I don't know if that'll be something I would like or not, but it got a lot of nominations. So, Eagles' 1976 Greatest Hits becomes the best-selling album of all time in the U.S., selling over 40 million units. That's crazy. My album didn't sell that many. I'm lucky if I sold 40. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. There, guys. Billboard's going to be a pain with this. It's going to make it because I don't subscribe. You're going to let me? Nope, you're not going to let me. Can I do no thanks? What happens? Will it blank out?
Well.
Oh, it did it. Yay. Okay. In addition to the greatest hits, Eagles' 1976 Hotel California has been upgraded to 28 times platinum, making it the third biggest album ever in the U.S. sales and streams at 28 million units. Michael Jackson's Thriller sits between the two album projects as the second biggest album at 34 times platinum. Hotel California spent 8 weeks on the Billboard 200 in 1977 and includes Hot 100 topping title track. That's crazy. Oh. Yeah.
Well, that Greatest Hits album and Hotel California, great albums.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There was a lot of good stuff.
They were in my collection.
Yeah. I've got them too. The Olympic flame passes through Venice on its way to Milan. During the winter, let's see here, glides traditional Venetian boats down the Grand Canal. So I want that job, standing on the boat and just holding the flame.
It's quite an honor.
Yeah, it is. That'd be kind of cool, too. It says here, the Olympic flame on Thursday crossed through the romantic lagoon city of Venice, where torchbearers glided on traditional Venetian boats down the Grand Canal across St. Mark's Basin, facing the famed Doge Palace in one of the most scenic passages in the Milan Cortina Winter Games. So, that's pretty cool. Okay, let me see where we are now. Oh, yeah, I'll save that. I think we could do that later. Let's see. All right, do we have anything that... Oh, your avatar has been unseated. Mercy unseats Avatar 3 at the top box office charts in the weekend debut. Delivers 11.2 opening weekend amid the winter storm. So... I'm sure that it's not going to touch the Avatar totals, because Avatar's somewhere in the. It was over $1 billion, isn't it?
So all three, or just the one?
Just the one. Just the one. I think.
It was over $1 billion. It was over $1 billion.
Yeah. So I guess the 1 week win is not really as big of a deal as. Let's see here. The Super Bowl. LX, what's LX? 50, 60? Is that 60? No.
That's LX is 50, X60 at 60.
60?
Yeah.
Is going to be with the Patriots facing Seattle Seahawks on February 8th after winning.
The Patriots made it back without Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what to think about that, because I mean, I thought Tom Brady made that team.
He did, but they've got a good young quarterback now.
Yeah, but he's no Tom Brady.
He's no Tom Brady. But they're going for their 7th Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know, man, if they get that. Let's see, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to give it to you. I'm doing this for a particular reason. Pennsylvania woman gets an infection from a nail salon. It leads to her finger being amputated. I could have lost my arm. A Pennsylvania woman decides to treat herself to a manicure. And this is crazy to think that, you're going in there just to get your nails done. Now she only has to do 9 nails instead of 10, though. Woman gets an infection from the nail salon that could lead to her finger being amputated. Could have lost my arm. Pennsylvania woman decides to treat herself to a manicure. However, she notices something strange on her finger that leads to a scary emergency hospital visit. If she waited to get treatment, she believes the situation could have ended worse. So apparently a TikTok user, she says that soon after her manicure, she started feeling tingly in her right middle finger. I don't think anything of it. I didn't think anything of it, she says. I kind of brushed it off. Days later, she noticed that her finger was extremely swollen and painful. However, because she dislikes hospitals, who doesn't, she decides to wait a few more days. Her finger condition didn't improve. Finally, she heads to the emergency room where a staff gives her pain medication. They transfer her to a hand specialist at another hospital to check out her swollen finger. She stays the night at the second hospital and takes antibiotics. The next day, the doctor examines her hand and decides to make an incision to drain out the infected pus. Unfortunately, the antibiotics and first procedure didn't completely fix her pain and swelling. They decided to surgically remove her nail and make multiple incisions on the finger. They flushed it, cleaned it out, whatever, she explains. The hospital discharges her. She returns to the hand specialist a few days later. After seeing the finger, she decides to readmit her amputate the tip of her finger to another unsuccessful flush of the infection. What in the world happened there that she got that, infection from a freaking cleaning up her finger? I guess they didn't use the right stuff. I don't know. I've never had my fingers done, so I don't know what happened there. But that's crazy to think about that. It says here they were afraid there might be some infection. This time it was very aggressive. She shares that she loves to dress up and get her nails done. My confidence that she initially filmed the TikTok about a year ago, but finally wanted to share her story. They tried to throw out. She tried to sue the nail salon, and they wanted to settle. They were going to settle for $5,000, but she said, she's holding up her amputated finger. In a TikTok message, Christmas says, I guess her name is Mary, her last name is Christmas. Is that what she said? Did I miss that? Anyway, man, I would be really irritated if I lost my finger, especially for something like that. Nail tools may harbor MRSA, staph, or pathogens that be easily jumped to the nail or finger during a service. These bugs can be extremely dangerous, potentially causing major injury or death if they cause infection. Wow, that's just crazy. Well, and the good thing about it is she doesn't have to get all 10 of her fingers done next time. She only has to get 9 of them.
I wonder, this just makes me wonder. I wonder if they have autoclaves in these nail salons.
I don't know. It's crazy. But that's, to think that you're going there to look good and, you end up losing the nail and stuff, or you lose a finger. That's just not.
Well, it's better than losing her leg with a staph infection.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought you'd like that. Anyway, yeah. Okay, it's yours now. It's all up to you. I got stuff yet, but we can go do some
Well, I
new
don't
stuff.
have that much, but I just want to talk about another death in Minnesota.
I knew you were going to do that. I just knew it. I knew without a shadow of a doubt that was going to be one of the topics. And I do have some stuff on that too. So
go ahead.
No. You go.
Well, his name is Alex Jeffrey Peretti, 37 years old. He's a nurse at the Minneapolis VA Healthcare System ICU. He was shot to death by Border Patrol officers. What happened is that he showed up with the agitators. He walked towards the Border Patrol agents. He was trying to defend a woman that a Border Patrol agent threw to the ground. See, they're blowing whistles. And I don't know, that is really hard to work when you're blowing, when the entire crowd is blowing dog whistles. Not dog whistles.
They were blowing whistles, though. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. And it's real hard to do your job. So anyhow, this Border Patrol agent, for I don't know why, he threw this woman to the ground. And this Alex Peretti, he tried to defend her.
Right.
He got into a scuffle with Border Patrol. He's on the ground. He's packing a 9mm or a semi-automatic weapon. He has a license to carry.
Right.
He had every right to have that there. Right?
Right.
Now, I will tell you two things right now. If police are putting you on the ground, you shouldn't fight back.
Right.
You're asking for trouble. He fought back.
Yeah.
Mistake number one. Mistake number two was they found two true 12-round, I've lost the word, and I know it well. Anyhow, he was packing 24 bullets.
Okay.
In addition to what was in the 9-round magazine.
Are we talking clips or what are we talking? Clips or what?
Yeah, clips, magazines.
Okay.
He was packing.
Okay.
Far more than what you need. They found it on him during the scuffle.
Right, because it wasn't showing until they went after him.
Right. He had every right to have it.
Yes.
Right. Second Amendment, United States says that you can own a weapon, and he had a license to carry concealed carry. The problem was he fought back. So one of the agents found this weapon, got it away from him, and yelled, "Gun." Now here's where it gets hairy, all right? Everyone else, all the other agents pulled their weapons, which you're not supposed to do.
Okay.
The guy that pulled the gun got up and walked away from the scene.
Okay.
The gun discharges. They hear the shot. And one or two Border Patrol agents put 10 rounds in this guy. This guy had his cell phone in his hand. He did not have a weapon in his hand. He had a cell phone. They put 10 rounds in.
It's like they want to shoot. They want to find somebody like him so that they can shoot somebody.
Well, the weapon discharged, they heard the shot, they panicked and shot. This guy's dead now because his weapon discharged. The weapon discharged in the hands of another agent.
Right.
It had nothing to do with this guy. This guy, his mistake is he fought back. He should have identified that he had a weapon. That's how you're taught. I've gone through the training. You have to identify to a police officer if you're in a scuffle that you are carrying a weapon. Just like in your car, I have been pulled over, and I've had a weapon in my car, and I had the ammo in the front seat, and I had the weapon in the back, in the trunk, locked up. I had to identify to that officer that there was a weapon in the trunk and the ammo in the front seat. This guy did not do that, or at least we don't know that he did that. And probably will never know if he did.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Let's just assume he didn't.
Okay.
The cop, the Border Patrol agent who found the weapon, yelled gun. Everybody else pulled their weapon. Then it discharged. It discharged away from the scene. It wasn't at the scene where they were scuffling with it. It did it about 5, 6, 7, 8 feet away from the scene. It discharged. Immediately, one of those guys or two of those guys, we don't know, discharged their weapon into him 10 rounds.
That's crazy.
He lost his life because he scuffled with them and because he didn't identify that he had a weapon. And he's dead now because of that.
It's insane.
I told you last week when Renee Nicole Good died, and we watched the film. I watched it. She did. Now, my AI told me that she was trying to pull away from the guy. You and I know from the video that she was aiming for the agent. Remember?
Yeah, I know. It's so weird because this is one of those things that you're either all the way one way or all the way the other way. There's no middle ground. I mean, these people.
No middle ground.
It's like, I don't know. These protests are dangerous places, and I wouldn't be caught in any of them. I wouldn't be caught for either side. I want to live. I don't want to have to deal with this kind of crap, because there's no winning here. Nobody wins, because if they shoot somebody, they lose, and they're going to look bad, and if the if the rioters or whatever, if you want to call them protesters, if they do anything, it's never going to turn out right. It's never going to turn out good. Nobody wins in these situations. We just end up.
Well, I told you last week. All it's going to take is one more death, and Trump and ICE are going to pay the price.
And they should just stop. They should stop. Let the people that are still here, let them hear. I'm tired of the insanity. This insanity, it's what it is. I mean, we're never going to find middle ground here. There's
a guy named Neville Roy Sinhan. He's a communist living in Shanghai, China.
Okay.
There's an organization called Breakthrough News, registered in the United States. It funnels money to these organizations. The Party for Socialism and Liberation, the Democratic Socialists of America, Freedom Road Socialist Organization, the Minnesota Immigration Rights Action Committee, and Black Lives Matter. They're all for the overthrow of the United States government.
Jeez. Maybe
not Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna take that group out. But the socialists want to change the government. The Freedom Road Socialist Organization let's just pick one of them. They're paying agitators. They have broken the code. They have emojis. The emoji of a car is someone who is scanning the neighborhood for ICE agents.
Jeez.
They have an emoji of someone walking. That's a lookout on a street. They have another emoji for someone who is organizing the agitators where to go. This is organized. This is not organic. This is not a protest of people in Minnesota that are sick and tired of ICE agents. This is organized agitators. These are people that get paid good money to travel to the United States and harass ICE agents. They have pictures of the same people in different states. The same exact. These are paid agitators.
Oh man! But you know that's what
they're making the situation 1,000 times worse.
Yes.
ICE is screwing up on their own.
Yes.
By going after people that do not have criminal. See, here's the other thing. All right, Tom Holden. Remember that name? He's the border czar.
Okay. Yeah.
He only wants to go after criminal aliens.
Right.
That's all.
That's what it should be.
Christy Noem, the head of HHS, wants to go after anybody that's here illegal.
See, I think we should leave the people that have no record, that have that are paying taxes, that are not a drain on our society. Those are the people we should worry about. I wouldn't worry about like we mentioned last week. We were talking about the Somalians. I mean, where are they going to go? They can't go back to Somalia.
They can't go back to Somalia.
They're refugees. They're like our forefathers. Well, some of our forefathers. I mean, I'm Indian, so I'm an American Indian, Native American, that is. So I don't want any of you here. You guys should all leave, especially the Trump people. They should have to leave because I want my country back. You can stay. But, it doesn't matter where you're at in the country. You can still be on the show. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what country you're in.
It does Zoom anywhere in the world, right?
That's right. You can come anytime you want.
I can call in from anywhere.
Anywhere. It doesn't matter. Jeez. Oh, man. That's crazy.
Both sides are wrong.
Yes, I know. That's the weird thing. It's like us people in the middle can see both sides, can see that they're both wrong. And what happened to the people that were our age that wanted to stay away from the draft? They didn't kill anybody. They just protested or left the country, And now look at what's going on. I just can't understand.
I left the country. I had the paperwork that let me go to Canada.
What can I say? I mean, I was afraid, and I didn't have any money to leave the country, and I just took my chances. And so
I would be living in Canada today if the draft hadn't ended before I left.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I'd be a Canadian citizen.
Jeez.
So, both sides are at fault here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And now there's a man, a nurse, and I see now this guy. They've traced his phone records now, and he is a left wing fanatic. Okay, but that doesn't mean he should be dead.
Agreed.
You shouldn't die for your political beliefs.
That's right. It's insane. I mean, I can't fathom it. It's so weird.
So that's 2 deaths now. Trump and Waltz had a good phone call. Tom Holden is coming in to take over. They fired the head of ICE. They fired him.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And Tom Holden's coming in to take over. Tom Holden only wants to get the criminals, which is the way it should have been in the first place. Agreed.
Totally. I just am tired of this. I'm tired of everybody fighting, Okay, we still have, we're going to have Trump for a while yet. So,
well, Trump has agreed with Watts that they have to calm down their rhetoric. Both have agreed to calm down the rhetoric.
right.
Neither want another death.
Agreed. Yeah.
Trump has been quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
He has been quiet.
Haven't really heard anything on this one. Oh man.
Christy Noem has shot her mouth off. But Trump has been quiet. Because that's 2 deaths now.
Yeah.
We can't have any more.
It's just insane. We don't need this. We don't need the we just need peace. I mean, that's all I want. I don't want anything. I don't need tons of money. I just want peace. I want to be able to live my life without any fear of craziness like this. I don't know.
Look, this Renee Nicole Good may have been a justifiable death because of what she did. But this Alex Peretti, there's no excuse for him being dead.
Absolutely. And I'm not even sure that Renee should be dead either, but if
well,
I think
you and I discussed that why didn't they take a picture of the license plate?
Right. And they had a picture because he walked around the car twice and he made sure he got a shot of the license plate. And
let her go.
Right. But
and
instead,
they go to her house and arrest her later.
Right. So I don't know. And the thing is, the more that we acknowledge, I shouldn't say we, the more they acknowledge the issue, the more trouble they get in. If they had just ignored these protests and just didn't have to, they could have left everybody walking the streets protesting whatever they want. They're not harming anyone. So, yeah.
But these paid agitators are.
Yeah. And, I mean, yes, they are a pain in the butt, and it makes it difficult to, because the Renee thing, they were actually trying to slow them down so that the people that were that they were looking for could get away. But it didn't work out so well for her. And that's the saddest thing, is that there didn't have to be any deaths. It didn't. There's no, if she had just driven away quiet, you didn't have to hit the gas. You could have moved the car up a little at a time and pushed him out of the way a little at a time instead of.
Well, she could have done what the AI said she did. The AI is wrong. Which she should have just pulled in the opposite direction.
Anything.
Of the border guard.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that could have been done. It's easy to say that since we're alive and we're having time to think about it, but it doesn't take a whole lot of. There's no reason she should have gunned. She knew there were people in front of her, and she could have done it slowly and just pushed the person a little bit so he got out of the way. If she had pushed it slowly, people could have had a better argument over the whole thing. Unfortunately, there weren't any.
She should have been arrested.
Yes.
And charged.
And they should have dragged her onto the car and said, "We don't do this here." Anything other than what she did. And I don't know. And her girlfriend should have shut her mouth, or wife, or whatever you want to call her, because now the one daughter has no mother.
It was her wife. It was her wife.
And so now her daughter has only one mother.
Yes.
So I'm sad.
What's happening in Minnesota? What's happening in Minnesota is a tragedy.
I think we should give Minnesota to Canada. I think Minnesota. Well, there's no reason to keep Minnesota anyway, because Minnesota is the coldest state we've got, other than Alaska, and as far as wrestling goes, it's one of the most historic wrestling places around. But I'm willing to give up Minnesota if we can give it to Canada, because it's a cold place and I wouldn't want to be there anyway. So let Canada deal with it. I want us to go back to just normal insanity instead of the weird thing we got now. It's just crazy.
You want more insanity? Let's go to Iran.
Okay.
This is what's in the Strait of Hormuz and in the Gulf right now. USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier with her 3 destroyers, at least 1 fast attack nuclear sub, F-35C Lightning 5th generation fighter, F-18EF Super Hornet, and an EA-18G Growler electronic warfare aircraft, an E-2D Hawkeye airborne early warning and command and control aircraft. That's what's on the carrier. Now, also in the Gulf is F-22 Raptor, F-35 Panther, F-15E Strike Eagle, F-16 Falcon, Fighting Falcon, A-10 Thunderbolt, a KC-135 Stratotanker for air refueling, and C-17 Global Master heavy lift cargo plane. Also in the Gulf, B-1 Lancer stealth bomber, B-2 Spirit stealth bomber, and B-52 bomber, which has a nickname of Strider Forces, but the Air Force calls it a buff. You know what buff stands for?
Mm-mm.
Well, there's the nice one is big, ugly, fat fella.
Okay. All right.
The unnice one is big, ugly, fat effer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's what's in the Gulf right now.
Wow.
That we're going to war with Iran.
Can't we just stay out of wars? Can't we just, isn't there any way to just, it scares me the way, I hate to say what I'm going to say, but I didn't feel as insecure as I do with Trump, with Biden. I felt poor, but I didn't feel like we were going to die. I didn't feel like there was going to be retaliation for anything. Because he
well, Putin went to war with the Ukraine right after Biden took office because he knew Biden would do nothing.
Right, and that it's insane.
If Trump would have been in, Russia wouldn't have gone to war in Ukraine. I'm not saying I'm pro-Trump. I'm just saying that's fact.
Right. I'm saying I agree with you. I just want to live my life without a lot of fear, and I can say I'm probably more scared now than I've been in a long time.
Here's the other side. Mike. Conservative estimates put the death toll in Iran at 36,000 people have been killed.
Wow.
By the government.
By the government, okay.
By the government. Estimated 10,000 of them have been shot in the eyeballs.
Holy cow, why?
Because they blind people.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
The conservative estimate puts 350,000 injured in Maine.
Wow.
There is suspicion that the Iranian government has used chemical weapons on its own people. And they have been releasing people from prison, but they shoot them up with this drug, potassium something, which gives them a heart attack 3 days later.
Oh, geez.
That's why all this military Air Force equipment is in the Middle East.
Wow.
Because Trump said he was going to help the protesters.
Wow. Oh, man.
This is a massacre bigger than we've seen anywhere in the world for a long, long time.
Right, yeah. Wow. Oh, boy.
But we're going to war. And it can happen any day. What they're doing right now is they're starting to do war games.
Okay.
Right near Iran. It's meant to scare Iran.
Hmm.
Okay. Also, it's for practice.
Oh, well, that got to have a practice. Oh, man.
Now, to the audience, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but this is scary to me.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very scary. I don't know. I don't even know what to think about this, because this is the kind of things that when we were in college, we had our things we were worried about, but it's not nearly to the volatility that it is now. I have never seen us feel like we don't, it doesn't matter which way we turn, it doesn't seem like a good way. And that scares me a lot. I don't know. I just think that it's a shame. But,
so at any point, about 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is usually when wars break out. When I was in the military, the worst overnight watch was the one that was there 4 a.m, because that's usually when the enemy would attack. Everybody's out, everybody's sleeping. You have 1 or 2 or 3 people on guard duty.
Jeez.
That's the perfect time to attack, and it's the same thing with stealth fighters. That's the best time for them to attack. Any 4 o'clock in the morning, we could be at war. Jeez. Now, do I think the Ayatollahs should be killed? Yes. Do I think the IRGC, which is the Royal Military, needs to be taken out? Yes. But I don't know how far Trump's going to go.
Yeah, I don't know either, because I think he's got he believes that his way is the only way. He's not afraid to pull the trigger. And
I think it was an ABC reporter, or it could have been a CBS reporter, asked him, what restrains you as commander-in-chief? And he said, nothing. My own morals constrain me. That's scary.
It is scary. And the thing is,
even though he may be right in this instance, that's scary.
And
to think that no one restrains him.
He believes he's the chosen one. That scares me a lot, because I don't think that many of us believe that he is, if any of us. I mean, I want to believe that, here, this is why I didn't vote for him, because I figured that he was going to be always right in his mind, and I don't think he negotiates. It's his way or the highway. So,
well, you see what he did with Greenland. He threatened military action to get them to come to the negotiating table. The problem was they would have negotiated from the beginning. He didn't have to go there. The deal that he got is the deal that was offered from the very beginning.
What deal was offered?
That the United States can put military bases just about anywhere they want in the country, and they can have, and they're negotiating the critical mineral rights. Denmark would have done that anyhow.
Right. I mean, I'm sure they'd be happy to have the U.S. behind them in any situation, because they know that they're going to have the most powerful of everyone. My question is, when Bush was in, the second one, when the junior was in, what'd they do? They took out our Twin Towers. And that was a sneaky move, and nobody saw it coming. But we could, I mean, if someone was really, really good at planning, we could see some pretty ugly stuff. Because, I mean, we've not really been attacked since Pearl Harbor. I mean, there's not.
Iran has many ways to attack us.
That's what I'm saying. They have the resources to do what wasn't done so far.
I've never seen, in my 70 years, I've never seen it as dangerous as it is today.
Right.
And I'll say it again. I think Trump is right on this one, but I've never seen it as dangerous. And the repercussions is, let's say we get the Ayatollah. Let's say our special forces get in there and get them.
Right.
The whole Middle East is going to turn against us.
Right. I don't know what's going to, I mean, it scares me. It scares me in a lot of levels.
Well, that's the end of my report.
Okay.
Let's go to something.
Well, I have a couple other Trump things we can do too.
Oh, good. More Trump.
I thought I didn't think you didn't cover any of this stuff that I'm looking at, so we can continue on our Trump talk. So, Trump v. Cook arguments today. The Supreme Court will hear arguments over President Trump's effort to remove Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. In that case, I'm trying to think what they're talking about with that, but the Federal Reserve governor.
He doesn't like her. So he's arguing that he can remove anybody on an independent board.
Okay.
People are saying he can't do that constitutionally. He's saying he can.
Okay.
He can just remove her because he doesn't like her.
Okay.
And the Supreme Court has to decide whether the executive can remove somebody on an independent board. Congress set up the Federal Reserve as an independent board. Does the executive of the country have the right to remove them and put somebody else in their place?
That's a good question.
Yeah, the Supreme Court has to decide.
Okay. All right. Then I have, let's see here. Let me get rid of that. I also have President Trump threatens 100% tariffs on Canada if the country makes a trade deal with China. Comes days after Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney's speech at Davos, calling on smaller economies to increase cooperation.
Well, China is our biggest enemy. And okay. Trump may be right on this.
Yeah, but I thing is, he's making enemies out of our friends too. You know, making.
Well, Canada, he wanted to make it the 51st state. You know, he's already ticked Canada off to the extreme.
Right.
And this whole tariff thing, the Supreme Court may rule that he can't do tariffs on his own.
Well, yeah, I just think that this is the revenge thing again, and every time I don't believe there's either negotiation or there isn't, and he's not negotiating.
Well, he's threatened.
And I just think that we need to.
Well, you know what he is. He's a bully.
He is a bully, and I think that that doesn't work in the long run. I think that that's a problem with him thinking, oh, well, if you don't see it my way, we can't negotiate. It's all or nothing. This is like that all or nothing girlfriend that you would have. If you don't see it my way, you don't get anything, and this whole thing with the Greenland thing, I just don't even know what to think of. I mean, they're willing to work with us, I guess. So I just don't know if they know what they're getting into.
Well, I think it's a good outcome because Trump backed down and we got ourselves a good deal. And Greenland's going to prosper because it's going to be a ton of money into the Greenland Denmark economy.
Well, do you know when we started having, when we had a base in Greenland? Well, why does
World War II?
We signed a treaty with them when? When do you think we signed a treaty?
Well, I know it was World War II. I don't know before that how far back it goes.
1951. The massive island in the North Atlantic had been under Denmark as a colony after the Nazis invaded Denmark. Amid the later Soviet aggression, Europe and U.S. founded the Mutual Defense Organization of NATO, and Denmark and the U.S. signed a lopsided agreement allowing the U.S. to build bases in Greenland. The treaty remains in effect today. So, I guess...
See, we could have reopened any of the bases that we closed, and we could have built new bases based on that treaty.
Right.
The only thing we couldn't do is access the minerals that are in the ground.
And that's what we really want, right?
And that's what we really want.
Okay, just making sure I understand what we're after.
Because we get these things from China, and China could shut off our supply, and then our cell phones, we couldn't buy any more cell phones.
Right, and that wouldn't happen anyway. I think they'd make it difficult, but I don't think they would stop. All right. Rockstar slams draft dodger Trump over a veteran insult. Did you read about this? Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay.
No,
Rod Stewart, 81, is firing back at his former neighbor, Donald Trump, after the president made a dismissive remark about NATO troops who fought in Afghanistan. Trump's comments came through during Thursday appearance on Fox News, where he claimed the U.S. had never needed NATO and suggested Allied troops avoided frontline combat. The remarks referred to the U.S.-led war in Afghanistan, which lasted nearly 20 years and resulted in the deaths of 457 UK troops. Troops from other Allied nations, including Canada, France, Germany, also died during that war. Trump's comments enraged Stewart, who responded with a video posted to Instagram calling Trump a draft dodger, speaking directly to the camera. Stewart said in the remarks showed lack of respect for the soldiers who fought and gave us our freedom. He continued his impassioned speech saying, wait a minute, let's see here, saying, think of their parents, think about it. When Trump calls them almost like cowards, it's unbearable. He concluded calling on British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Trump ally Nigel Farage to demand apology from the president. So, that's...
Well, it's Trump being Trump, and we all know that you and I do not like Trump being Trump. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely...
See, he shoots his mouth off and it just enrages people.
Yeah.
And then he wonders why half the country hates him.
He'd be lucky if it was only half right now. He's enraged a lot of people. So, yeah, that's kind of a weird situation. Okay, what else we got here? I think that's all I got for Trump. I got one for, well, this is kind of like an Elon Musk thing, but I kind of wanted to say anything about it. It says Chinese EV maker BYD overcame Tesla in total sales with help from China and by targeting cheaper cars. Now, I mean, I get teased about this because people are not educated, but people like say, "Oh, Tesla's not number one now." No, Tesla's still number one, especially in the United States. Not other countries, but in the United States. But BYD doesn't make high-end cars; they make cheap cars, and so you may be able to buy 10 cheap cars for the price of one Tesla, but you're buying cheap cars too, and so it's not really the same as buying a Tesla. So people that buy Teslas buy Tesla because it's a known commodity. They have the best technology. They have the best self-driving, and there's nobody that can compete with that self-driving. No one, including Waymo. And so, you know, that's if you want to talk about who makes the best car, I mean, the reason I bought my Tesla versus buying the Lucid I was looking at was I watched that race with the different cars, and it wasn't a race of speed. It was a race of, you know, what it ended up being for me was it ended up being watching to see which ones actually outperformed one another, and where the Lucid did win first and second prize because they had two gravities in that car in there. I didn't buy the Lucid because, first off, their self-driving isn't really self-driving. It's really an enhanced auto, not an autopilot, but like cruise control. It doesn't really do what full self-driving is. It doesn't, like, you have to have lines on the road for their driving to drive, and it doesn't work on non-highway. You can't use it in the city. Whereas with my Tesla, I can just set it in cruise control and sit back and let it do all the work. And I mean all the work. You know, I'm actually really, really glad I bought the one over the other one because after seeing it do what it does, there's no comparison. And if you say, well, yeah, you bought the really expensive one. Yeah, I did, because I like the really expensive one. And I can buy it because I had decided, you know, I bought a lot of stock in 2018. And that stock bought a lot of car. It you know, I bought the stock specifically to buy a brand new car and to get a really good instead of buying the $30,000 or $40,000 car, I used my stock and bought the best one because I wanted a good car that's going to last me. So, you know, I could have bought the Y. I could have bought the 3. I could have even bought one of the 2s that they're coming out with. And the 2's going to run less than $30,000. But I wanted what I wanted. The only thing I'm not happy about is the new batteries are going to be coming out, but that's probably 3 years out anyway for the new batteries. The new batteries are going to make the whole world a difference because they're not so susceptible to cold and stuff like that. The new SSD drives, they're going to be great because you're going to be able to fill your car in less than probably about 5 minutes, and you're going to get double at least double the range that I'm getting now. And that means a lot. You could possibly get 1,500 miles to a charge. I mean, that's crazy. And that's when we're going to see people start looking at electric cars, because they're not susceptible to catching fire. They don't have heat issues because there's no issues. You don't have any problems with charging when they're cold because they're the different technology altogether. So I just wanted to address that BYD may be big in China, but Tesla is big everywhere. And people that want a cheap car, you're going to get a cheap car. If you buy a cheap car, you're going to get a cheap car. If you buy a good car, you're going to spend a little money. But actually, the 3 and the Y are the same quality as the X and the S, but they cut down on other things to be cheaper. So it's still I looked at the Silverado, the electric Silverado. I would have bought one of those if they had this. They charge $40 a month for full self-driving. $40 a month. That's insane. I own my full self-driving. I don't have to worry about $40 a month, and I don't have to pay electric. That's 2 things that I would use all the time, electric and full self-driving. As I get older, I want a vehicle that if I get to be a little slower on the take, then I can still drive. To me, I'm looking at the future. I'm not looking at the past. So I wanted a car that's going to allow me to drive longer times, longer years. I want a car that I can drive until I'm 80. I can't do that on these other cars. So until they catch up with everybody. So that's my position on cars.
Can you get full self-driving on all models of Tesla?
Yes.
Or only the X and the X?
No, all models. You can buy on the cheapest model. You can get it, and it's $99 a month. Or I think they're doing some kind of special now. Rather than charging $8,000, which is what mine was, it would be $2,000. I think someone told me, or somewhere I read that they had a special on it for $2,000. They're going to stop selling full self-driving as a non-subscription. So people that have it, we're the last ones that are going to be able to buy it. You can still rent it at $99 a month, which isn't bad, considering $99 a month. It's a better deal than the $40 a month subscription that doesn't work as well. Let me put it that way. So $99 a month is good if you're going to get full self-driving the way I got it. The way that the other guys have it, it's just you don't get.
Would you own it out? You own it outright?
Yes, on both of my cars. So, and they're going to fix the Model 3 so that it runs as well as the Model 4, because they found a way to do that. And that's good too, because I wanted both of my cars to be like that. I'm happy with my cars. I think it's awesome. And especially my new one, it's just a really cool car, and I'm glad I got the SUV versus the Model S. I was going to get the S because it got a little more mileage, and I'm really close. I mean, because it's cold, I'm not getting the mileage I should be getting, because you got the cold, the cold. That's what the new batteries are going to allow you to do, is you can drive the cold. You can drive in the cold and not lose any range, but I can tell you, the range is definitely affected with this cold, because it's so freaking cold. And I've been watching the gauges and stuff, and I noticed how much difference I can make it to New Jersey and back on one charge, but not with the cold. With the cold, I still got to charge a little bit. It's not a big difference, but it's like I'm right on the cusp where I could make it back without a charge, but I don't want to take that chance because if you get stuck, there's only one charging station on the turnpike between here and New Jersey. So, I should say there's more than one outside the turnpike. You can drive off the turnpike and go to one. But when I'm on the turnpike, I just want to stay on the turnpike till I don't need to go on the turnpike anymore. So that's just me. All right. Now back to the other entertainment stuff. So you have any that you're done?
I'm done.
Okay, so we got I like to consider this guy Diddy Jr. As in, I love Jewish people. Kanye West placed a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal on Monday, taking back a number of anti-Semitic statements he made on social media over the past several years and attributing his hateful rants to a brain injury in February 2025. The rapper and fashion mogul was widely condemned after posting his about his admiration for Hitler and declaring himself to be a Nazi. He walked with that affiliation back on Monday's ad. I'm not a Nazi or anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. I regret and am deeply mortified by my actions in that state and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. So
he blamed it on mania and he blamed it on brain injury.
That's what he said, yes. And I think that...
Now, I can tell you, when I'm manic, I can say things I don't mean.
You can say, what'd you say? I'm sorry, I missed that last end.
I'm bipolar.
Okay.
And when I'm manic, I can say things I don't mean. So I give Conway a little bit because I know what I'm capable of. But he went, I say things in a moment of rage.
Right. He says things for...
He wrote that he was an admirer of Hitler.
And he probably wasn't.
You can't blame that on bipolar.
And I guarantee you, I have very little doubt about this. I guarantee you, he said it for the just the outrageousness of it. He said it so that every news company out there would talk about it, like us. We're talking about it now. Personally, I think that people that act like that deserve to fall. You don't deserve. Okay, it's okay. We understand. We don't. No, there's no. As far as I'm concerned, you do that, and you deserve to get what you get. And he got a lot more stuff than he deserves. He doesn't deserve to be treated like an equal. He doesn't deserve to live in this country, in my eyes. But that's okay. I mean, I think anybody that buys his stuff is just supporting his hate or his want to be outrageous. And to me, that's just you don't do that. There's a lot of people that had to suffer because of that stuff. Not because, most of those people are dead. Most of the people that lived in that period of time have passed on since then. But that's something you just don't, it's like saying, I'm glad I killed the Indians. I'm sorry, you can't do that. You can't. There's certain, even if you really don't like a type of person, you don't say, I don't like you guys, so I'm glad you're all dead. You just don't do that. It's not the right thing to do.
There are some things you can't come back from.
Right. And I would love to see him be one of those people that can't come back from that, because he didn't do it with this isn't the only time he went out and...
No, he did it consistently.
Right. At one point he said he didn't like black people, I think, or something like that. He had all those things that he said as outrageous of something as he could possibly say. And as far as I'm concerned, he gets what he gets. And
the same, like any publicity is good publicity, but he took it too far.
Yeah, I think that's not a truth as far as any publicity is a good publicity. I think you can live or die by your words, and personally, it's time for him to move into McDonald's or something, and he doesn't deserve. And I realize there are people that'll stand behind him because they believe in him and they believe his music is good, and they believe that it doesn't matter even if he has the best, even if Eddie Van Halen said that stuff, and he's one of my gods of rock, I wouldn't support him. And so it has nothing to do with color. It has nothing to do. It has to do with being an a-hole. And
do you find it suspicious that he made this apology just before his new album comes out?
Yeah, he probably wants to try to get the Germans to buy.
German vote, yes. German vote.
And he wants to get the Jewish people to buy the stuff so he's apologizing. So I don't know. I just think that people that say things just to be outrageous, that's not a true commitment to something. It's not commit if you really believe that that you don't like a type of person, whether they be Jewish or whatever. That's fine. You have the right to hate whoever you want to hate, but you don't have the right, in my eyes, to publicize something as outrageous as that. If you have a belief in that stuff, keep it to yourself. We don't want to hear it.
I kind of put him in the same category as how I feel as Diddy.
Yeah.
I don't care what Diddy says. He can't come back from what he did.
Right. And I think it's time to stop being outrageous. Be an adult. Okay. I would like to say that I would accept your apology, but I can't accept your apology because I don't think it's real. I don't think you should have ever said that. Even if I just don't. There's certain things.
I think it's suspicious he did it right before his new album.
Yeah, well.
I think the motivation is not pure.
Right. I don't think there's anything pure about him. I just don't. I don't know.
What did the Queen see in him? That's what I don't get.
I don't know. I just don't get it. It's just not right to. I just don't know that there's anything that he has done that I would approve of, unfortunately. And it has nothing to do with skin color. It has nothing to do with music type. It has to do with the person themselves. And that to me, he lost all credibility with me. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Next thing. Okay. Social media addiction here says jury selection begins today in a high-profile case against Meta, TikTok, and YouTube. A 19-year-old identified as KGM, and her mom are suing the companies. Allegedly, they designed their platforms to be addictive, fueling KGM's mental health crisis. KGM said she began using social media at 10. Sorry, that's what I call bad parenting.
Bad parenting.
And alleging addictive design, including frequent notifications. I wouldn't even let my kid have a phone at 10, although maybe that's not the same way as it used to be. I might now.
You can get a phone that does not allow you to go on social media. It only allows you to call certain numbers that you put in it.
Okay, that would be good. I would buy that. I would do that for my kid if I had a kid.
And parents can watch and see how many calls you make and who you call.
Okay. I'd be okay with that.
That is the only phone that I would get at 10.
At 10? It says here, including frequent notifications, fostered her dependency on platforms and contributed to. Hold on, I gotta delete this thing. I gotta figure out why I keep doing this. It drives me nuts with this. Anyway, fostering her dependency on the platforms and contributing to anxiety and depression. She also alleges that recommendation features suggested harmful body image content and led her to connect with predatory adults. That's a parental thing. That's not, as far as I'm concerned, that's not the Meta or the TikTok or the YouTube. That's a parental thing. If the parents allowed her to have a phone, that's not Meta's fault. That's not TikTok's fault. That's not YouTube's fault. That's not, that's putting all of her problems on the companies and not the parents. And that's a big problem there. So I don't believe that they, the predatory thing, again, that's the parents. Top executives include Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg are expected to appear before the court to rebut the claims. The companies are expected to, in part, rely on Section 230, a federal law protecting platforms from liability over content posted by their users. The outcome of the case could influence more than 1,000 similar personal injury lawsuits. While Snap was originally one of the defendants, is settled last week for an undisclosed amount. See, that's a problem. If someone has already settled, that's going to give them precedence. So I feel sad about that. Next. All right. Olympian outlaw caught. Former Olympic snowboarder and FBI most wanted fugitive Ryan Wedding, 44, was arrested in Mexico and transported to the U.S. yesterday. He faces charges tied to the alleged transnational drug ring. Wedding, who represented Canada in the 2002 Winter Olympics, was added to the FBI's most wanted witness. Federal authorities accuse Wedding of coordinating the importation of roughly 60 metric tons of cocaine annually from Mexico to the U.S. and Canada, generating about $1 billion in profits per year. Reports suggest Wedding was introduced to drug networks a few years after placing 24th in the men's parallel giant slalom snowboarding Olympic event. In 2010, he was sentenced to prison in the U.S. on cocaine-related charges and is believed to have begun working with Mexican drug cartels, including the Sinaloa cartel, and his release after his release in 2011. Wedding, who faces separate charges in Canada, is expected to appear in federal court Monday. So that's really, I don't even know what to think about that. That's pretty messed up. So he was a snowboarder, and it looks like the snow has a whole new meaning now.
Yes. Snow, blow, it's all the same.
That's right. Let's see, I want to show, I thought this was cool. Meet the super plow on the Turnpike's new 27-foot wide snow clearing truck. Did you ever see one of these things?
No.
This is intense. Check this plow out. Let's see here if we get it. It should come up. Should come up. Should come up. Come on. Come on. Come up. Well, let's see here. We were supposed to see it. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. There it is. Check this out. It's got a side plow and a front plow. Here's the other image of it. It cleans all 3 lanes in the turnpike at once. That thing's a beast. So I found that really interesting. I wonder what that thing cost. Probably a lot. But I was watching a storm on the weather. Oh, by the way, if you don't know that, the weather channels have a channel on YouTube now, and it's a 24/7. Like they usually put like morning, and then they'll put an evening report, and they'll show you all the weather maps and all that stuff. And it's funny because I was watching this for the whole week last week because we had 2 shows coming up this weekend. And everybody was like, maybe we should cancel the show. Maybe we should cancel the show. I said, why would we cancel the show? Well, because we're supposed to be tons of snow. Well, guess what? I kept saying, we're not going to hit, the snow's going to happen after our show. I've been tracking that storm for a week. Now, I mean, that stuff has a chance to change at any time, but all the models showed that it was going to be clear by the time that we were, done with our show. And it's funny because we had just enough time to get home, so it was funny to watch that.
I found a guy named Max Velocity.
Yes, that's one of them. That's the one guy I like. Him.
That's who we watched.
Yeah, I watch him, and I saw a couple others too. But I think Max has got the best one. But they show the different maps, and they show where the snow, is supposed to come in and stuff like that. And I just think it's awesome that we can do that on the fly like that. So, my curtains.
I think Max lives at home with his family because he. It's funny. I thought he was excellent.
I think so too. Hold on a sec. Oh no, we can see behind the curtain. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Oh. My green screen just took a dump. There we go. Now I'm okay. Yeah, my green screen could see behind the. Okay, so now we're back. Okay, so that was pretty interesting to see the snowplow. It was interesting that they're doing that on the. I'm seeing all kinds of people doing it on there, and Max is my favorite guy of all of them. All right, TSA's most unusual finds of 2025, including turtles in a brawl. I know I've heard of stuffing your brawl, but I can't imagine stuffing your brawl with turtles. So here we go. Okay. See if we can make this bigger.
Welcome back, everyone. It is time for the moment you have all been waiting for. TSA's top 10 list of items people bring to an airport and absolutely should not. Buckle your seatbelts and let's dive into the 2025 TSA Best Catches. Number 10, tinfoil, hidden items and more in a carry-on. Their plans were foiled from the start.
Here we go.
Number 9, this really happened. Shotgun in a golf bag. Sir, wrong type of iron.
Can you imagine a shotgun in your golf bag? That seems kind of crazy. I mean, who needs to carry their guns around? I missed one of them, the top 10. We missed the first one here.
You're allowed to carry a gun and put it on a plane, but it has to be secured in a specific way.
I didn't know that.
In a case with a lock. In the belly of the plane.
And I would imagine that would be in the belly of the plane. I mean, it's a shotgun. All right, let's see what the first one was. I missed the first one.
People bring to an airport and absolutely should not. Buckle your seatbelts and let's dive into the 2025 TSA Best Catches. Number 10, tinfoil, hidden items and more in a carry-on. Their plans were foiled from the start.
Could you imagine, people thinking they could actually bring bullets? Bullets? I mean, come on.
And a knife. It was a switchblade.
Yeah. These people are insane. That's insane. Okay, so that's Okay, so we got the bullets. We got the shotgun is next.
Number 9, this really happened. Shotgun in a golf bag. Sir, wrong type of iron. Number 8, bullets inside strawberry Nesquik.
Okay. You know, you must need a little extra iron in your in your what is it? Strawberry Bisquick or Nesquik. The sophistication of us finding this stuff has got to be really, really good. Because some of these things, how would you think that I wouldn't even have scanned the golf bag because I wouldn't have even thought of that. Jeez, and why would you in Nesquik, strawberry Nesquik? Why would you? What do you need this for? Oh man.
Bullet points don't belong in the mix. Number 7, knife hidden in a car seat.
Okay, a knife in a car seat, and that's not even a real knife. I mean, that's like a little baby knife. Would you really want to risk your freedom over this little pen knife? That's just, I don't understand it.
That's a sharp safety concern. Number 6, benzos and hydros hidden in shampoo.
Benzos? Oh, and hydro. Okay, they're pills hidden in a shampoo bottle. Do you really need your bottle? You really need your drugs that bad? You're going to risk jail time over it?
Unbelievable. We don't consider this medicated shampoo.
No applause. This is serious.
Let's go to number 5. A knife concealed inside a knee brace.
Okay, so again, what's a guy going to do with a knife that size? I don't know. I want my freedom. I don't want to go to jail for. If I'm going to go to jail, I want to make it for something really good.
Hey, I remember going to a ball game and having my pocket knife and forgot.
Yeah. I went to a concert and I had a little knife. It was a real small knife that I forgot I even had. It was on my keychain. They made me give it up for that, for a concert. I went to an outdoor concert. Am I going to hurt somebody with that little pen knife? That's just crazy.
You could.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't on purpose. I didn't even think about it.
Not cutting edge support. And now number 4, a load of drugs hidden in shoes. Wow.
You want some, looks like powder. It's for stinky feet. I put cocaine in there. Put cocaine in there for my stinky feet, you know.
Many illegal steps were taken here. Number 3, 20 razor blades hidden in a passenger waistband. Not the right.
Again, I mean, if I was being attacked by somebody with a razor blade, I would be able to kick their ass anyway, so it doesn't matter. You can put your little razor blade out and try to cut me, but yeah, that's not going to do it. I mean, I just don't see that as, I wouldn't want to lose my freedom over something as stupid as that. I don't know. Okay, now I got to get my stupid.
People don't think, man. They just think they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Way to trim the waistline. Now number 2, turtle compilation, turtle in pants, and turtle in bra. They found a way to slow their security process way down. Now, the moment we've all been waiting.
Wait a minute. Why did it go smaller? So they got turtles in your pants, or turtles in your bra. I mean, that's why are we smuggling turtles? I mean, is there a big turtle market out there?
Maybe.
Oh man,
it is a delicacy.
I guess so. I can't imagine. Just buy the soup. Just buy it. Don't smuggle turtles. I mean, how many can you smuggle into a place? Like 1 or 2, maybe. If you have a bra, you have 2, 1 for each. And then
depends what size your bra is.
I guess so. Yeah. Oh man. And then here's
certain people could smuggle more turtles.
Yes, I would imagine.
The number 1 pick on TSA's top 10 best catches of 2025. Number 1, a replica pipe bomb and C4 blocks. Wow. No props were given for this inert idea. Thanks for watching this year.
Could you imagine thinking you're going to get away with that? I mean, with the sophistication of the TSA nowadays, I wouldn't try to get anything over on them because they will enjoy torturing you. Oh, man. Just crazy stuff. And then we got, let's see here. That was the unusual finds. Then we've got, I think you'll like this. See this year's Best Picture nominees, okay, as Muppets. Here we go. This is on X. You should like this. If it comes up. Come on. Why are these other things coming up? I didn't ask you to come up. Neither of you. Okay. Come on. Oh, got to sign in. Do I have to sign in? Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. This is the Oscars nominees as scenes with the Muppets. So this is the One Battle After Another, director Paul Anderson. Oh, you got 3 Muppets there. These, by the way, are not official Muppet movies. They're just portrayed by Muppets. Okay, you're going to get on my nerves here. Why are you opening up again? Just closed you. Okay, here we go. All right, that's one of the nominees. Okay, okay, what do I got to do here? All right. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, post is this way. Oh, what the freak? Hold on, I got to sign in. It's not going to let me do anything unless I sign in. I haven't signed in on X in a long time. We used to have a stream on X, but now they charge you for it. So I don't really want to spend money on their platform because I didn't get a whole lot of movement on their stuff. Okay, come on, let's go. Come on. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, the Oscars. Okay. Okay, the next one is Frankenstein. By the way, if you haven't seen Frankenstein, that's a pretty good movie. It's not the traditional Frankenstein that we grew up with. And that's why I liked the movie, because it was well written and well acted. So I give that a big thumbs up with that movie, because I didn't expect it to be that good, and it sounded, like it was a lot better than I thought it would be. Okay, what's this one for? Hold on. All right, so the next one is The Secret Agent, showing Kermit as the secret agent.
Had a payphone. Where's that at?
Yeah, I know. That's got to be an old movie. That's got to be from the 90s.
Yeah.
An old movie. Let's see. Oh, this is getting annoying as anything. Why can't I block this? Okay. Next one. All right. Next one is Sentimental Value. I like the theme of the Muppets, even though they weren't in it. Then we got Train Dreams. And then we got Marty Supreme. I don't remember those movies. Then this next one is a pretty big one. That was Hamnet. Why did they use the what you call it, the Miss Piggy should be on that one. Hamnet should be that. Sinners with the band. And then we got Begonia, which has our buddy Kermit. I guess it also had, I don't understand what that is, but okay. This wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. Race Mania. Oh, okay. F1. Oh, okay. I get it. F1. That was a good movie, by the way. If you didn't see F1, that's one I would definitely say go see it. Actually, you could probably see it on HBO or one of those now. But I thought that was an excellent movie. Okay, then we got It Was Just an Accident, and that was with Fosse. And that's it. Okay. I thought that would be a lot funnier than it was, but that's because I had to do all this juggling and stuff to make it come out. All right, then we got volunteerism is rebounding after pandemic era decline. So people are now volunteering, and it's not a, here we go, 76% say they gave money in the past year, 63% volunteered time. Steady 17% report giving blood in the past 12 months. I haven't given blood in a long time. I probably should, because I got some pretty good blood. So majorities of Americans continue to support charitable causes, with 76% reporting they gave money to a religious or other nonprofit organization in the past year, and 63% saying they volunteered their time to such an organization. Now, I did give money to some people this year that were in need. One guy's homeless, and I gave him money either 2 or 3 times. And I think I gave money to another person, too, in December. I'm trying to remember. But, yeah, I've been trying to help others. And my school's all about helping. All the money I spent in that school is, trying to help others become successful. But gives them a place to stay, keeps them off the streets and stuff like that, too, which it's doing well. My partner, one of my partners, and I were talking about that. We're about 6 months ahead of schedule for the school, where we're actually not making money, but we're losing less money, and we're building the business. And one of the things about the business is trying to get kids off the street, and that's one of the things that we're really trying to do. It says U.S. adult charitable activities. It says here, let's see, what's that? Gallup poll measure. Let's see, it says here that, okay, I'm trying to figure out, okay, that's 21. Okay, so 87% donated to, okay, and what year is that? Trying to figure this out. Okay. So it's up. Oh, it's down on just charitable activities. A lot of the stuff went down because of COVID and all that, because, everybody was.
COVID really hurt. In the Salvation Army, COVID really hurt.
Yeah, I would imagine that wouldn't be good.
Money was.
Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it recover?
Money's tight.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think that it has a chance of recovering since everybody's kind of back to work now. So, snowbirds are trading seasonal travel for permanent moves. So they're seeing a big different. It says bye-bye snowbirds, wealthy Americans. What the crap? I hate this opening up windows. I'm not asking it to open up. Wealthy Americans are relocating permanently for retirement, and I guess they had originally would be in two places, so they'd have a summer place and a winter place. I'm guessing that's the case. Why head south?
Stay in Florida. They stay in Florida during the winter. However, it's cold in Florida right now.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I know. It's funny. They don't know how to react to this. I can't believe how cold it is here. But it's still, I mean, it's 14 here right now. So I don't know what it is. I would imagine it's the same where you're at, because there's probably not a whole lot of difference in our weather.
It was 10 this morning.
Okay. It says here, why head for south for the winter and pay for two properties when you can have a better lifestyle year-round in a less expensive state? Permanent relocation is much savvier retirement and strategy. I don't know where I would live if I had a chance to. Well, I guess I do have a chance if I want to, but I like where I live. I don't really want to live in, because the problem with living in like Florida is that if you're deep in Florida, it's really warm and hot part of the year. And
I would not want to live in Florida. It's too hot and muggy.
Yeah. And yet I used to think that Myrtle Beach isn't bad because that's where Rich lives, because when I was down there it was really nice, but it's the same situation, although it's pretty cold down there right now, but during the summer it gets a little bit too hot. So yeah, that situation is kind of, that's why I'm staying where I'm at now, unless I get a contract where I have to move to somewhere because of my TV show. I don't think I'll be leaving anytime soon. I kind of like where I'm at. Plus, I've been here all my life, so I might as well stay here. Plus, I have two bands and a school, so I'm not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Highest paying jobs in 2026. You know what they are?
No, not really.
Okay, let's see what they are. The best paying jobs. Median salary is $239,200 for an anesthesiologist. That sounds pretty good for giving people drugs to sleep. That sounds good. $239,000. Yeah. Also, a psychiatrist is $239,000 too. Let's see.
You know, I had a psychiatrist that I saw him for 5 minutes every 3 months.
5 minutes every 3 months.
Charged me $250 for those 5 minutes.
That's, jeez, that's insane. Now, one thing I don't like about, when I have to get my meds refilled, there's an app, and I go on the app and I say I need this refilled. They charge me for an office visit to do that. I'm not real happy about that. They shouldn't have to charge me an office visit.
Who do you have?
It's UPMC. So
I use Express Scripts. That doesn't happen.
Well, I think that's crazy. That an orthodontist is $239,000 as well. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't touch people's teeth. I don't want to touch anybody's mouth. I don't even like to shake hands with most people. So I don't want to touch their mouth. That's crazy. Let's see here. Obstetrician and gynecologist, $239,000. Hey, everybody's getting $239,000. I'm seeing something happening. The radiologist gets $239,000 too. What's going on here? Oral and maxillofacial surgeon gets $239,000. Hey, I see a trend here. An emergency medicine physician, $239,000. A pilot, $226,000. Ooh, I would think that would be. I would do a pilot. I think. I don't like to fly that much though. Anesthesiologist, $223,000 for a nurse. Pediatrician, $210,000. Now we're I wouldn't want to work with kids anyway. A chief executive, now we're talking, this is me, $206,000.
My mom was a chief executive. She didn't make anywhere near that.
Well, that's because she wasn't around for the pandemic. That's got to be it. A dentist, $172,000. Now, why be a dentist when you can be a oral and maxillofacial?
Oral surgeon.
Yeah. What was the other one? I thought there was another one that was like orthodontist. Can't imagine there being much more education to be an orthodontist. IT manager, $171,000. Jeez. Yeah, I'd say they're awfully generous. I think with some of these. I don't know that people are really making that kind of money. So, anyway, all right. The New York Times launches its first multiplayer game. The question is, what is it? They do Wordle. Okay. This just in, the New York Times, its first two-player game and an evolving business. I'd like to be able to do this without having this thing pop up. Okay. For subscribers who... Oh, come on. I just closed you and you opened up again. For subscribers who are interested in solving Wordle or filling in crossword puzzles, as in reading the latest political news and business news, Wednesday is a big day. The Times Popular Games Unit is debuting Crossplay, which is a Scrabble-like electronic feature that represents its design multiplayer game, becomes the website's 11th game, joining a lineup of puzzles that were collectively played over 11.2 billion times in 2025. Ancillary products like games, a cooking app, and the Wirecutter product recommends have fueled remarkable digital growth at the Times over the past decade. I'm surprised there are still newspapers out there, because they can't be making money if they're actually selling papers. If you're selling news,
some people still like them.
Yeah, I guess so. I can't imagine. It says here, it's been a big boon to the journalism. The Times says it has 300,000 journalists on staff. It's most ever, and more than twice what it had a decade ago. It's thriving at a troubled time for the industry. More than 350 journalists worked at the U.S. newspapers in 2005, and now the Times has 3,000. So that's pretty big. That's a lot of journalists. Yeah, 3,000 though. 3,000 people. I would imagine that it's not like the days when you can be breaking some kind of big scam out and making your living off of a journalistic need. I don't know. It just seems weird. Anyway, it says, so the crossword puzzle on its easiest day, Scrabble-loving daughter is likely to be excited about crossplay. He likes the game Wirecutter, which on Tuesday touted cat beds and a vibrator that doubled as a necklace. His wife regularly uses a cooking app. So, I guess the newspapers are making money off of the little apps that they're doing, too. I couldn't imagine there being a whole lot. I don't even know what newspapers are out there anymore. I would imagine I would think that they would probably be consolidating more than, 3,000 employees for the...
Well, the Harrisburg Patriot a while ago went from 7 days a week to 3 days a week.
Okay, well there's an example. Yeah, I don't really, I gotta say, I've always got my news, since digital came out, I've gotten my news from the computer more than anywhere. So, it says here, Do you know how much people pay for a subscription to the Times?
No.
$30 a month. Yeah, $30 a month.
Wow.
I would have thought it would have been. Well, that's not bad, is it? That seems reasonable. I don't know. It just seems kind of strange, but it's
$360 a year for a newspaper.
Yeah. Yeah. In these days, but I can't imagine anybody. Because news is free if you look around. Yahoo has news. Like a lot of the places that you would subscribe to, Yahoo gets their news from them.
I don't pay for news. I get it free.
That's what I thought. I mean, I thought that's what people were doing. I'm surprised that anybody's paying anything. And I always wondered how they stayed in business because, you know, back in the day, I mean, when I was a kid, I would imagine newspapers were probably $5 a week. No, that would be even more than that. It would probably be a lot less than that. Probably $10 a month. I don't know. Just seems.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. So I guess we can't really brag that we got it back in our day. We got it for 50 cents a day. I don't know. I don't know what it goes for anymore. So now that I think about it, I have no clue. All right. Next thing. The best and worst states to start a business. Let's see if I picked a good business in a good state for my business. All right. Here we go. Best and worst states to start a business. Okay, so which one? Okay, so worst is light blue. Best is purplish. So is Pennsylvania purple? Oh, it's a worst. In fact, so is New Jersey. Oh, man, I should be living in Texas if I wanted to start a business. I guess I'm moving. I'm going to Florida. Florida's 56. Texas is 54. Utah's 55. Those are none of those states would I want to live in. California 51. Wow, I'm really surprised. These are like the Northeast is not a good place to start a business, according to them. In fact, nothing north. Everything north is light blue. So I guess if you want to start a business, you should be in the South. So there we go. Over 1/5 of all startups don't survive past 1 year. Well, I'm almost 6 months into my business. All right, next one. All right. Highest paying jobs in 2026. Oh, is that what I already... Yeah, I already did that.
You already did that one.
I was going to say, that sounded familiar. Okay, so... Oh, geez, it's 10 o'clock. All right. I want to... let's see. Did we do the... We didn't do this. Penguin... Did we do the penguin thing?
No.
Okay. Penguins... It says here, penguin breeding cycles are shifting earlier at a record pace. According to a study published yesterday, researchers say rising temperatures are most likely to cause the cause of the change, which could push 2 species to extinction by the end of the century. The study followed penguin species in Antarctica and the sub-Antarctic over a decade. Gentoo penguins bred an average of 13 days earlier in 2022. That's because of COVID. Than in 2012. While Adeline and chinstrap penguins bred about 10 days earlier. Meanwhile, the average temperatures across the breeding grounds rose by roughly 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit. More aggressive Gentoo penguins now nest at the same time as the other 2 species, intensifying food competition. The study's lead author warns Adeline and chinstrap penguins who also face competition from commercial fisheries, and that's their primary food source, could be extinct by the end of the century. That's a long time, though, because we just started this century. No, we started yeah. So, anyway, it's apparently a documented 15-day shift. So, that I can take off my list of things. And there was something else I wanted to... Did you know that according to scientists, your favorite music can minimize physical pain?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. What happened to my other screen? Oh, wow. My other screen just shut down the it's good we weren't running on that screen. It says, can music improve our health? The music we love often have an effect that creeps into physical realm. There's a reason why many people listen to music while exercising, for instance. The dopamine rush that accompanies certain musical moments is undeniable. In a recent hearing piece, Andy Kush described this phenomenon as the big release, which seems appropriate, but can this go beyond improving your workout or mood to actively boosting your health? According to a study published last month, the Journal of Scientific Reports, music can play a role in addressing pain, but like musical taste itself, it varies a lot depending on the listener. The paper's authors tested 5 different genres of music. What they've learned is listening to a favored music genre has a significant influence on pain tolerance, irrespective of the genre. As the authors note, this is odds with the school of thought that suggests that classical music is ideal for pain relief. These findings suggest that classical music could serve this function, but for patients who would normally enjoy music listening to classical, in other words, as the papers point out, the general music genre preference emerged as an essential factor for pain tolerance, whereas the ratings of whether individuals think that genre works against a pain or didn't. So I guess they say whatever kind of music you like, if you're listening to the type of music you like, you have a better chance of it making a difference on your pain. So I found that interesting. And that, I think that's it. I mean, I got some things, but that's a good place to stop, unless there's something else you want to talk about.
No, I got it all.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, well, I can say with good intentions that the crowd loves it. All right, yay. And, I'm glad that it worked out, and I'm glad everything, we got a lot of stuff done today, and I need to figure out why this is keeps trying to send these 2 websites on my stuff. So, well, till next week, I guess, I will say goodbye. So,
okay.
I thank you for coming on the show, and you had some good stuff, some good insight, and we'll now talk next week, I guess. Same bat time.
That's right.
Same bat channel.
Same bat time.
And,
same bat channel.
Yeah, and I'm glad this is working out this way, because this is a lot easier to set up than what we had to do before. So this works great, and I'm glad you could hear everything. That's really good. So, all right, I guess it's time to go. Let me see where's the thing. There it is. Okay, here it goes. We're going to.